Hello friend, welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. I have in my shop today this lovely 2002 Volkswagen Jetta, and it's a TDI, right? You can see it right here. So what that means, it has that 1.9 liter turbo diesel engine. And in this video, let's go and do the oil change. So you pop the hood right here, right? And you pull this thing out and you are able to open the hood, and here we go. As you can see, immediately it's missing the top cover, which is normally here, the plastic cover, so that saves us a little bit of work. So I will start with slightly pulling dipstick and opening this so oil can nicely flow out of the engine oil pan. I just needed grab some rag. I don't want to get super dirty from it. So right, this is, I can leave it there sitting on top of it, and now I'm ready to lift the vehicle and get underneath it. Jetta is nicely up in the air, so I can invite you underneath. Here is that engine oil pan, right, and that's a drain plug. Look at this detail. I wonder what is this for a fix. But you can see somebody hit the pan, dented it, probably cracked it, and this is the way they dealt with it. Very interesting. What we will do, right, I'm looking on all these oil leaks. I see another crack possibly right here, but the bolt is holding right here, so we will continue with our engine oil change right now. I have my oil catching pan ready. This bolt is 19 millimeter. So let's see how tight it was. Yeah, that was pretty standard. And if it's not thread damage or anything, it should easily come out with that crusher washer which is underneath it, right? And it should be always replaced. Sorry for getting in your way. It's a long bolt. You'll see. Show you the detail. Okay, that should be it. Now you finally see it coming out. Obviously, as usually, right? It's a diesel engine, so the oil is really black. It's different than if you are doing oil changes on the normal gasoline engine. So we will let it go out. It's still hot, right? That was the whole point, to make it as soon as possible. So when the engine oil is hot, you get most out of it. You remove the most of it out of the engine. So this is perfect. Here for you will be the detail of this little bolt. You see it? So it was really long, and there is that crusher washer. Here you can see it, how it still keeps running and dripping after approximately 4 minutes. So I had a time in this case, so I let it drain for approximately 20 minutes. So everything nicely came out, right? And I'm ready to put the drain plug back. I'm using new crusher washer, so I will carefully by the hand, right, catch the thread. Here is the risk, that's aluminum. There is a high risk of stripping it, so you want to be really careful. And what is the torque for the drain plug? It's a 30 Newton meters. So let's use the snap-on torque wrench, right? 30 Newton meters, you saw it. And let's see that. Nice. I have it perfectly installed here, so I can lower the vehicle, continue up there in the engine bay. So let's continue our work here in engine bay, and I will obviously continue with replacing this engine oil filter. So I'm cleaning around this housing, right? That's beginning, that's how I start. Make sure when I unscrew it, I don't introduce any dirt inside there. many times. These are over tightened despite the fact it says right here 25 Newton meters only. So I automatically brought my oil filter wrench, right? And let's see. Oh, actually this one wasn't so bad. And you can start unscrewing the whole housing out, right? Maybe this way better, you can see better. There shouldn't be any mess coming out. But let's see how much oil is inside. And you start seeing that filter coming out. Now I need some mobile catching pan, right? I don't want to make any mess, so let me go get it. I want to just show it to you first. I'm back with the small pan, right? Because as I said, I don't want to make any mess. We will also continue filming it, taking it apart for a new one in this pan. So that should be enough. Hop, I got it here, right? Let's continue here on the table. Today it's a little bit unusual day because the customer actually supplied the parts. It wasn't ordered by me. So we will use what we got, right? She brought this one, it's a 57210. I used my supplier's computer system and confirm that actually this is the right filter, right? We have here the two O-rings. So I just made sure that at 57210, it's for this 2002 Jetta TDI, and it can be used, right? So you see two O-rings, right? And where are they? Well, one of them is up here. Let me bring my little tool, right? So we are replacing them, of course. You can hopefully see it nicely. So I will carefully take it out and make sure you are paying attention where it was, right? Look at this. It's the very top groove. That's where the new gasket will go, right? So pay attention. Don't put it on top of the thread or something. That will be a problem. This is a garbage. So you can come from underneath or top, doesn't matter. Look where it's going, right there. That's the groove. And that's why we don't have to over tight this whole housing, because that oil seal is created by this gasket. The bottom one I don't think was removed. I will show you why. Look how flat it's right there. Look how flat it is. It's completely squished, hardened and flat. That's amazing. So let's remove that. Right, boom. I have the new one right here. So new, which fell in the pan, and boom. I hope you can see it. Right, so I have a new O-rings, the rubber O-rings installed. I can put a new filter, right? It's a both ways, it's identical, it doesn't matter which way you put it. Oh, actually, wait a second. I believe this is the correct fit. Yeah. So I have it ready and I can put it back. It's always good to clean around, right, before you put anything back. This area where the new gasket will go, nicely cleaned. I can grab the whole new thing, right? It's always good to put a little bit of oil, just tiny bit, on that new O-ring, so it easily can be installed, right? Easily and correctly. And here we go. And this basically, that 25 Newton meters of the torque, that's a very, very small torque. Please don't over tight this. This is made of plastic and it can crack. I made it of the good plastic, but it could crack. So I will tell you, if you do this all the way in with your hand only, I guarantee you that it's enough. I guarantee you. this is enough. I don't have to use the torque wrench. I made it tight, and I know this will never leak. Now I will pull that dipstick, right? I will clean it all the way. I can remove this. I will bring my funnel. Now you saw the filter, and this is the oil which the owner supply. And there will be a discussion, right, if she even bought the right one. So here is the service APIs, right, so you can read that. 15W40 doesn't go to very cold weather, but I believe this one is usable. I show you why. I have here these professional manuals, so you can see it was that all drain plug torque, right? And here are the ranges which you can use for these engines. And it's a diesel engine, so it was API CF4 or CG4. And on the very bottom, 1.9 liter diesel engine, 4.8 quarts. So once again, can we find CF4 or CG4? Obviously we can see it's above those, so we can definitely use this oil. So I grabbed one of my suitable funnels, right, to avoid any possible spills. This is 1 gallon, which means 4 quarts, right? We know we're supposed to put 4.8, so I can pour all of this without any hesitation. I don't have to be using dipstick measuring and being afraid I will overfill it. No, that will not happen. And we can check how much oil we will have in this engine after pouring those 4, right? We can use the dipstick, and out of curiosity we can do this check. I have it still dripping in, right? Uh-oh. So I have it still dripping in. That's the first 4. We have a nice and clean dipstick. So let's see how high we will get on it, right? Okay, all the way in. And I'm actually touching the very top. But we will not get confused by that. We will continue and really pour 4.8. Because when you start up the engine, the oil will spread through the engine into the filter housing, and everywhere the level on the dipstick will go lower. So I will carefully continue with that 0.8. Right, here we go. That was the original. So the top is here. I don't want to overfill it, obviously. It's also a mistake. You don't want to do that to the engines. And let me check here on the back. I should be to the 3.2, a little bit more, right? It's a 4-quart container. So down to the 3.2 in the quarts, which is on the left, and that's exactly where I am. Now I know I have plenty of the oil inside, or the correct amount, and I can basically close everything, remove my funnel, put this cap, which I cleaned already many times, again, right? Everything is closed. I will remove my tools, and I'm done with this oil change. Now I'm going to start up the engine, run it for at least for 1 minute, right? I will check for possible oil leaks here. I will look also underneath the vehicle if everything is fine, and only after that I will consider this done. So I hope you find this video helpful, and make sure you are subscribed, because I will always have more videos about TDIs. Also, there are 2 more problems which I'm going to film right now on this. So if you want to see how you diagnose problem with the suspension and steering, be subscribed because these will be posted later. Thanks for watching and have a great day, my friend.